Hello, I'm playing some Hearts of Iron today. Just a little bit, probably. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah. Shouldn't have any of them. Oh. Can't interact with the screen at all for some reason. What the hell's going on here? Why can't I interact with the screen? Oh. I'm gonna change the sound in the game. A little bit loud for my taste. Welcome. I don't think that it likes being in borderless windowed, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh no, hold on. Alright, Osep, pick who you think I should play as. WASD? No, I can change that probably. I need to change, Poland. Okay. All the nations that were involved in World War II and others. Okay, Poland. Alright. Oops. I'm not playing on Elite. Veteran's fucking hard as fuck. Regular's pretty hard too. It's definitely gonna be a brutal game. Poland. Fuck. Alright. I mean, I could play as Germany and that would happen. Actually, I probably wouldn't. I'm not that great at the game. Iron Man Poland. I probably should turn the sound down a little bit more. Yeah. Press F in chat for all those headphone users, right? Let's see if I can remember how to play. Let's pause, luckily. Okay, so we got some cav, a few infantry units. I don't know how these infantry units are designed, but we can take a look at them real quick. Okay, that's not too bad for start. I'll have to modify it later though. Let's see, so there. Let's see how they like that. Research. Those are areas that I'm garrisoning. Yeah, if I go back to it real quick. So if I deselect it, then you turn a little bit less green slashy. But select garrison area. Click on states to add or remove them from the army's order. So if I re-click on one, it takes it out of the garrison area. But when I see right now the game's paused, so you normally play this in real time. But once I unpause it, all the units I have in this army, which is all the units I've selected, or that I own, except for the Navy, will move to garrison these areas and try to hold them, only collapsing to the victory points and staying on the victory points. Especially like, oh, there's Warsaw right there. Let me put that there. Really should protect all the borders, but I'm only worried about Germany. And it's probably, what, 3 years? I have 3 years to get tech up. We already started grand battle plan. I mean, Navy's not going to help me at all. Not in the early parts, especially. Air power could help me a little bit. But I have to get pretty far down the tree before I could actually do it. Or before it'd be effective. Let's go ahead and go with electronics. Engineering. And construction? Oh, I should probably go with infantry equipment. Yeah. And let's see, we want to go with, how are my factories actually? How many factories do I have? It should be, I'm trying to remember how to play this game. So actually down on rubber, got a good bit of steel and aluminum. Aluminum is usually used for resources. Well, of course I could also trade for those things. I guess I can just really just work on infrastructure real quick. So let's go to civilian and boost the infrastructure in a couple of these places. I only have nine civilian factories. Well, infrastructure allows supply to flow better from your capital or other, yeah, from your capital to troops in those areas. So if these supply lines were smaller than 60, then, you know, only so much supply can run through them. And then civilian factories allow you to build. Oops. Shit. So that. Civilian factories allow you to build stuff like you build up your infrastructure, because like I only have 9 civilian factories in my entire country. Right now. So if I build more civilian factories by using this tool for shared buildings, then I'd be able to commit more to each building. You can build air bases, anti-air, naval bases, land forts, which I'll probably try to put all along the border, because it increases an attack. It inflicts a negative 15% attack penalty for each fort level on the attacker in the combat attacking from multiple directions, will reduce fort effects. So if you flank the fort, it reduces it. But if you can hold the fort, you're great. And the coastal forts are for your coastal tiles. And that's for switching factories. I didn't even try that. So actually I probably need... Let's get a couple military factories here. And a couple civilian factories. There. Get those working on. See now, after it finishes the Danzig's factory, actually I'm going to move these civilian factories up. Do civilian factories first so I can actually get these other works done faster. And then when I go to military factories, you use your military factories to craft equipment. So right now I need 553 infantry equipment in order to for just to do the reinforcements. That's not even stockpiling. And 6 support equipment for what I have in the field currently, or training. I don't think I'm training anything. Also have low manpower. In order to train people, you have to have enough manpower. Right now, since I have low manpower, I can't actually train any troops. I'm also down on resources. So I mean, it should be fine. You probably be able to tell after saying that. How many? Where is the number for factory? Ah, there it is. Military factories. So I have 9 factories. I can commit to crafting these up for my troops. And I don't want to make any more interwar fighters, so I'll cancel that production. How do you win? Well, surviving the initial Axis and stuff is the Axis and the Comintern squash being in Poland, and then eventually possibly conquering. I don't know. In game is weird. Like conquering the world's technically a lot of the, I would say, is the end game. Fuck, I don't know. That's hard to answer that question. Dockyards. I don't think I want any of these at all. Don't worry about that. So national focus. This is where you can decide whether you become communist or whether you become fucking fascist. A lot of stuff happens here, but usually you want to go towards these additional research slots in the first part. So what I'm going to do is go with probably 4-year plan first. Which at the bottom you'll see effect gives 50% research bonus for construction technology. And if I go back to research, I think that'll be basic machine tools. No, that'll be this construction technology, which allows you to construct your public works better and quicker. So we'll go ahead and start that and hit the play button. And now my troops will start coalescing on the border that I set for their for their garrison. As time passes by, so now they're evening out, making sure there's an even amount of things being protected. There. And for now, I'll just let time pass by while research gets done and my national focus gets fixed up. Also, I even forgot about these, but I don't think I have enough points. Political advisor. Yeah, I need a lot of political power to do a lot of these. These are your politics, your laws, and government. So like, you can get fascism support, communist support, democracy, war industrialist, based on what you do in here. You can change the economy. It can go really fast or fairly slow. And I usually run it on 3. Let's see, at 1 speed it is 1 hour per, it's about an hour every second and a half. 2 speed or 5 speed is faster than a day a second. So time can pass relatively quick. But right now I'm just trying to get some of these researches done and build up some political power so I can change some of these things down here. Because I have no military staff and I have no bonuses for research and production. Also, I'm not I'm in a civilian economy. Being in a civilian economy, I'm going to slow time down a little bit while I explain some of this. In a civilian economy, your consumer goods factories are limited to 35%. Civilian factory construction speed is negative 30%. Military factory construction speed is negative 30%. So yeah, in a civilian economy, you're not so hurried to get things done. And in order to change these, I can activate early mobilization or partial mobilization if I had enough political power, which I don't. I get 1 per day. And then exports are your trade laws. You can do free trade, export, limited export, or closed economy, which I probably wouldn't do any of those other than maybe limited exports. It's probably one of the best ones. Volunteer only army, which is why my manpower is low. This has to do with how many people are free for you to commit to training, which I'll get to that part in a second. But in order to change that, I still need political power. Like scraping the barrel is like your overall population has a certain recruitable amount, and the max you can use is 25% of your current population. So yeah, but it reduces factory output, dockyard output, construction speed, and training time takes twice as long, 1.5 times as long. But extensive conscription is usually one of the ones I like to stick on. It doesn't have so many negative penalties. Limited conscription is good if you have a very large population like Russia, because it's only 2% of the population. And then in order to train, there's diplomacy, so you can trade and work intrigue and stuff with other nations. There's trade right there. There's your trade window. You can trade all the resources. Because I'm down on rubber, I should probably look to get some, but I'm using my civilian factories. Construction, already working on that. Now I got some extra factories got kicked in. I don't know why. Production, went over that. Recruit and deploy. This is where you train more troops. You can design your own divisions as well. Usually you want to go something with like 20 or 22 wide, which is 4 across and 3 down. depending on your units. What that's to do with is like, so if you have a small unit that's attacking a large wide force that's spread out, then it's easy to punch straight through them. But if you have a strong block, it's easy to push straight in. It goes off general military tactics and how troops line up when they fight each other. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm talking out of my ass altogether. I don't remember enough. I haven't played this game in a long time. And then you can edit current divisions, and if you edit these divisions, it will change the ones that are already out on the field, like the ones that are already out here. Like if I edited the cav division to add another cav, then it would up their equipment costs, and I'd have to resupply all those people, and you know, it would change their actual unit. And there you go. There's basic logistics. I'm down 13,000 units of infantry equipment, and I'm only down 173 on support. And these currently are using steel and aluminum for these specific equipments. Put it back up time. I'll get these up. Warrior plans going along quickly. So I know that Germany won't invade until 1939. So I have a long time. I have a good while, and I'll know when it happens. It's not going to happen immediately. I could have started at the Blitzkrieg, but playing as Poland, I don't even think is an option during the Blitzkrieg. Because it's all over, man. It's all over. Yeah, at 4 speed, days go by, and about every 10 to 15 seconds. Maybe even, yeah, about 15 seconds. But in the late game, because so much is going on, it's kind of hard to play at 4 to 5 speed. Early game is pretty easy, because nothing's really going on. But since I'm playing as a defensive nation, I wouldn't say it's not too exciting until Hitler invades. Not a whole lot going on. It's just whatever, I have a certain time span over what I can do before it happens. So I have to try to get the right research down. And now something's popped up. Decisions available. So now, I have 50 political power, I have political actions I can take. I can do promises of peace. History has taught us the horrors of war. We must never let it happen again. It is time for our nation to know peace and prosperity. I have to be at peace, and have to have more than 20% war support. The stability of my nation increases by 0.5%. Hitler doesn't invade on my east. I don't understand why you would say that. Hitler invades from Germany. Oh, okay. Yeah, Russia is to my east. By the time Hitler gets to Russia, Poland is completely collapsed. And then there's anti-fascist raids, crackdown on fascism, anti-democratic raids. I can't do any communist raids. Yeah. Current ruling party has a higher popularity. What is my current ruling party? Non-aligned. With no elections. For 90 days I get weekly stability. Weekly war support goes down by percent. Daily political gain is negative 0.5. I don't think I want to do any of these. Fuck that. I'm getting more command power, which I can... Man, some of these things have changed since I last played. I don't remember command power, but all there used to be was army experience, navy experience, and air experience. I wonder what's changed since I've played. I don't remember these decisions things here either. You used to just get event pop-ups. Yeah, Germany is here, and they also occupy, what's it called? It's not Ostpreußen anymore. It might be part of, Lithuania. But if I'm mistaken, the German initially attacked from, the south land of Lithuania here. I want to say they even hit Lithuania and then come down and across. But it happened so fast, I mean, I don't even remember. They already have a few troops on the border here. I know Czechoslovakia collapses under their weight as well during the initial push. Played as Denmark one time, that was pretty fun. I actually ended up joining as becoming fascist and kind of joining Hitler. Hitler always loses. The world just crushes him. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border, in clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The local population cheered the German soldiers on, while the diplomatic reactions from France and Britain have so far been muted. It is no more than the Germans walking on their own backyard, a political commentator in Britain observed. Worrying indeed. Details. Alright. 4-year plan is completed. 50% research bonus for construction technologies. Done. Now we can go for Warsaw Main Railway Station, which adds a building slot to Warsaw and to infrastructure. Or go for the National Defense Fund. Well, they only fail because they try to attack Russia. They get Russia involved in the war. If they stopped at Poland and continued their march in the other parts of the country, against Britain and everything, they would have won the war. They would have. They stirred up a bee's hive when they hit Russia. And if you keep Japan out of the mix, keep Japan out altogether, America would have never got involved. And the whole of Europe would be the Reichland. The Rhineland? Reichland. Germany is an unstoppable force. It really is, by itself. And if you make the right decisions. I mean, it's all set up for you to win as Germany. It really is. If you don't fuck it up. You know, learn from history and don't make the same mistakes Hitler did. In fact, you can get Russia on your side. And lead Russia into attacking China and taking over all that. But usually that ends up having them turn on you. National Defense Fund and Lodz. Where's Lodz? I need territory, states. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do Lodz. Let's do National Defense Fund. To build a slot in a civilian factory. I'll go there, yeah. And I got a little bit of political power. Can I get any research stuff? No, it's all 150, isn't it? Any staff? No. Political power gain in the early part of Poland is really slow. I'm going to turn it back up. Yeah, Germany's fun to play as. So is America. You have a long time of just building up bullshit and dealing with politics, actually. A lot of America's shit is dealing with politics. Canada's kind of not really the same way, but you have a long time of research before you even try to get involved in the war. You can stir up trouble at home by forcing shit and becoming fascist or something like that. It's pretty funny when you do that. I played as the Soviet Union one time, but the game got so fucking laggy I couldn't play. I conquered all of China and Saigon, Mongolia, Tibet, all the way down to British Raj, but by the time I got down here, the game was super laggy. But they probably fixed a lot of that. Well, I hope they fixed a lot of that. I think I had all of Iran. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. All the countries that were involved were around in World War II. And as they were. This is historically accurate. Down to some of the most minute details. And you can play as almost... I want to say you can play as all of them. Now. Alright. And we got... Global research time down by 2%. I mean... If you think of it in the way of how badly you'll be crushed, or you know, quickest defeat, instant defeat, maybe Poland. Arguably, though, since it's paused, I would argue Lithuania or Latvia are probably one of the worst, some of the worst. The Netherlands and Belgium are also probably some of the worst. Because while Poland is the main fixation of German Reich, they didn't leave these other countries alone. Estonia as well. I played as Sweden one time, and that was pretty cool. It was really kind of a slow game as well. I mean, if you're any of these countries that are normally involved in the German Blitzkrieg, it's not pretty for you at all. Unless you play multiplayer, then you have like a couple of people playing and holding that line. Sweden. Italy's also kind of hard to play as because, like, say, you know, German's got his shit rolling and you're, you know, helping them win. You know, maybe you took out France. Guess what? As soon as the Americans land, or as soon as the Americans get involved, they do nothing but crazy, what's it called? Naval invasions. They just naval invade you constantly, and you can't stop them. And it takes a while to get to learn too. And it is still pretty expensive. I mean, I figured it would be a lot cheaper by now because it's been out for, fuck, maybe 2010, something like that. It's been out for a while. I'd have to look. Oh yeah, I gotta research. I forgot what that means. Oh yeah, maybe. Probably get a Steam key there. I know G2A is now. Which one's logistics? Is it this one? I mean, it'd be impossible for you to do it. I guess I should go with construction. Because because the technology is so far ahead, it attaches a percent, based on that how far ahead, it attaches a percentage time to research. It'd be funny. I know, I absolutely agree it'd be funny too. But it'd just be impossible. Some of these take, I mean, 3,108 days. That would take way past when the war even started. And you're committing a whole research slot to it entirely. That's 10 years almost. Yeah. So it's 8 years. I think 8 years. Raw. Ja. Wo sind Heimen? Das gut. Das gut. Ja. I don't think I ever played as United Kingdom. I mean, you can totally. America is one of, if you play as any of the historically based if you play as one of the nations that are involved in World War II, the game other than the things you do plays out normally. It follows the game the historicity. It follows the historicity of it. Everything is pretty much on point. But whatever nation you play changes things and branching paths based on decisions you make with that nation. So you could totally come in if it's oh shit. See, the Spanish Civil War kicked off. Civil War has erupted in Spain. So now Spain is split in half. Several generals seeking to overthrow the current government in Madrid have issued a pronunciamiento. Wow. And a large portion of the Spanish armed forces have answered their call to arms. This right-wing nationalist faction has occupied much of Spain, including the overseas territories. Loyalist forces and volunteers have resembled under the left-wing Republican government. Excuse me. Determined to resist the push to their last breath. The battle for Spain has begun. What will this mean for Spain? Nationalist Spain declared war on Spain. Yep, and this happened. I mean, this happened right before World War II. Or, yeah, significantly before World War II, technically. We need a lot for reinforcements. Construction is just slow as fuck. But yeah, you can see it taking place real time for the most part. You can't see what the units are doing or how the battles are going. I could turn the day and night mode stuff off, I guess. There. Yeah, that way it's not switching between like light and dark constantly. But time is still flowing the same. It's anybody's battle. National focus completed. Adds a civilian factor to Lodz. Now do the main railway station in Warsaw. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played as Poland just because they get fucking their dick slapped so hard. It's always much more fun to be on the side that you know is going to win. Or has a higher chance of winning, at least. More research is finished. So I got, what was that? Improved infantry equipment. Those are a year ahead of their time. Get the Ursa A, which probably makes sense. This gives me bonus to... Yep. I believe it's on nationalist Spain. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've taken history class, especially World War II history. And a lot of catching up to do with tanks. So that's Republican Spain right here. Nationalist Spain is the darker peach color. Dark peach. Dark rose. Navy battle going on out there in the Bay of Biscay. Yes, sir, they can. Yes, sir, they can. I've done that in America one time when I went fascist. Split the country right in half. Or maybe it was socialist in the early part of the American shit. And I got Mexico involved on my side. And it took a while to take the whole country back. We didn't even bother getting involved with the war. And there's also a modded playthrough. All my playthroughs are modded. That's probably why I don't think I have any achievements in this game. Yeah, I have no achievements because all my playthroughs are modded and non-Iron Man. Although I never do save scumming anyways. I don't know why I don't play on Iron Man. But I think your achievements are disabled if you play with mods as well. Which I usually always do. The mods are so good for this game. There's so many mods that change so many aspects of this game. It's just crazy. I can modify the government now. A second here. Military factory construction speed probably. I don't really care for the supports. Well, I could go. You know what? I think I might go just try to go fascist. Maybe I could join Hitler in the war. It'd be kind of hard to do though, and it'd probably break out in civil war. Not that I get to. I'm gonna be playing a whole lot of this single playthrough anyways. I might do a whole nother playthrough with mods. Should probably switch over to partial mobilization just so I have more shit for military faction construction speed. Or free trade for that matter. Although more of my resources I have in my country go to market. Which is bad because I'm kind of low on those anyways. Not quite sure. Probably just go for this yeah, there we go. Military factory building rate. I need more military factories badly. And right now I'm doing civilian factory so I can at least get up to 1 stack. I'm just watching the Spanish Civil War play out. Alright, construction 1 is done. Resource gain. All this takes is one of these sides collapsing hard, and the whole thing's over. Like, it's already starting to down here. One thing that's helped Madrid out in these areas is the fact that there's mountains, and they're defending them. But right here it's being collapsed in on. They're pushing back a little bit on the coast. This side's pretty much over. Just a big waiting game right now. Warsaw Railway. 2 infrastructure to Warsaw. Now I can get invest in the old Polish region. Just gives a building slot to Warsaw and 1 military factory. That's not what I want. Only halfway there to fulfilling the requested amount for infantry equipment. I could be training those troops. I didn't even think about that. But I think if I change their layout, their rank will go down. I don't know why I didn't bother trying to train them. Let's see. I need to assign a general to them. Panzer leader, reconnaissance. Let's go for entrenchment. And where's the button for training? Oh, there it is. Start to exercise. Units will consume equipment while gaining experience. Your country will also gain army experience from each unit whose experience level is at least 2 trained. 2, as in their ranks. Which yeah, some of these are fresh off the line, so let's go and start training them up. World news: 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, Germany, attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world. 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. The games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while the Americans came in second with 24. 4 of those were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the games. The games are concluded. Let's check back in on Spain here, who is pushing in hard in some spots. Okay, so I know what that means. Inactive when commanding an army. Really don't know what that means. this is killing my I don't know. I'm refreshing quick enough. Looks like. So they can exercise while I'm fulfilling their needs. Just barely though. Treated Addis Ababa. Oh, that was Italy and Ethiopia shit going on down here. Italy, course 1. Forgot all about that. I think I played as Ethiopia one time and tried to fight against that thing, and it just won't happen. Or maybe it was one of the times I was playing as Italy and had to fight that. I can't remember. It's been so long. Oh shit. I think I will go to partial mobilization here very shortly. There we go. Polish region is finished. Added a new military factory, and now I can pick up my additional research slot. Woo woo. It costs 1. While focusing on this, it costs 1. Oh, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So that means I got a new military factory, which I can commit to one of these. And how's construction going? Still finishing up. Good, good. Nice and smooth. Yeah, mainly you get civil war when your stability drops like to 0, basically. And then the country breaks apart. I don't know, what do you think? Is that you want, what should I do? Should I go democratic, socialist, or communist? And fascist. My choices for main political support. What do you think? If you're still there, you call it. I didn't really have to ask, did I? OSET 2018. Join Hitler. Fuck. Hitler did nothing wrong. This is what's going to come out next, isn't it? Don't misquote me on that. I agree. That's usually why I play with mods and shit, because they make it so much different. I put probably 100 hours plus into the vanilla game of this alone. And then decided, you know what? You can only play the same shit over and over. The same, because this always, all this shit always happens unless you change this, the historical focus shit. And then the same shit kind of still happens, anyways. You get some different things that happen, but I think Germany still. I mean, really, what it comes down to is that whether or not you change the historical focus or not, the main difference is. Agreed. The main difference is that can I actually look at the like maybe when you change that historical focus stuff, maybe Hitler and will go down, like this shit, or you know, like it'll change. So now that I've changed, now I'm going for Hitler. I need to go to strengthen the Polish state and down to Polish militarism, and down to I think Poland first, and then fanaticism. Can't remember which way it goes. But yeah, now Spain's starting to collapse even harder. So we're going fascist, which has the least amount of support, I believe. That's communism. Fascist is quite a bit up there. Okay, it was on par with democracy. So communism would have been the hardest one to do. But now that means I have to fight against Russia. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop training. Let everybody recover. And change the garrisons. Pause and change the garrisons. I don't think there's no way I'll have enough political influence to change Russia's opinion on communism. I'm gonna have to fight them. If I can get Hitler to join me. If that's the plan, though, I'll go ahead and just change up these lines. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna drop an offensive line. Oh, what? Oh, front line. Derp. There. Oh. Did I not do it right? I don't think I did it right. Oops.
Gotów do wymaszerowania!
There we go. And they'll assign themselves accordingly. That's my front line. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Whatever. Just force them to run around a whole bunch. Guess I'm just waiting for shit to complete anyways. Oh, that's why his defensive doctrine doesn't work. He can only have 24 units. So what I should do is pause. Yep, cool. Split this military. Yeah. Well, see, I think because of the historical accuracy thing, I think that no matter what, Germany's gonna go for Poland because there's specific things in his his ideology shit, his trees that demand for things from Poland, which I guess I can just give it to him. But if I go straight fascist, it shouldn't be too bad. I think I can get logistics companies now. Nice. It's really, I guess it doesn't matter that I'm drawing these lines anyways. So let's edit this down. No. Can I just tell them to stop? Let's edit this down to about half. And assign his division to this. And this we'll give to another general. We'll give them Stanislaw Kopogansky. And do another front line. There. Oh no, shit. Now the armies will split up and get back into position. I think even though I'm not at war, I can still draw an offensive line. There.
Oh my God!
And draw one here. This will probably all change and get deleted anyways. Then the hover shows me how they'll try to capture it. We'll do the classic pincher maneuver on Moscow. Yeah, that'll work. And once they're, they're in position, so I'll go back to training. Let's go check on Spain. They're almost done. Yeah, I usually try to pause the game and change all that. But I'm rusty. It's been a long time since I played. Still don't know what the fuck command power is for. Huh. I just learned. Additional research law. Whoop whoop. Germany proposes that we sign a pact to address the Comintern's goal of spreading communism worldwide through the use of subversion and violence. By signing this pact, we agree to share intelligence on the communist threat and act in close cooperation against this menace. I think we know the answer to that. Join. So which one is this? Baltic Navy. That's for rockets, and this one's Army. I'd like to get this other research slot first, though. Industry, a couple factories, civilian structures, factories. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start strengthening Poland then. That gives me immediate effect of plus 120 political power. That's probably so that you can buy into the fascism support. Whole research slot available. Field hospital. Field hospital logistics needs to be in every army, basically. Well, I guess logistics if it's not just, if it's only a small group of infantry, like special forces or something, but you don't need it in that. But anything bigger than that, logistics is great. Because the higher you are in logistics and research, the, let's see, logistics 1 gives you, it just enables it. Logistics 2 is negative 10% to supply usage. Logistics 3 is another negative 10. And then logistics 4 is another negative 10. So overall you get negative 30% on that unit. for using supplies, so you can have huge amounts of units in huge units and huge armies. Not draining, or will drain a lot less supplies than they normally would, so you could field them and not take attrition damage from lack of supply. Alright, excavation's finished. Let's go down construction 2. And how we're doing on construction in general. What, infrastructure? Oh wow, infrastructure is really poor over here. Let's add at least 1 to each of these. Fuck me. That'll be a choke point there. That'll be a choke point. That should put me at 15 when that finishes. Yeah, that just means it has infrastructure available. It'll turn red when there's no like, let's see, construction. Just put this on 2 so time is still moving forward. So if I were to try to build, because this is 4 out of 8, so if I build 1, 2, 3, 4, now that means it's maxed out. Yellow lines, oops. I believe the darker green it is, or the brighter green, means there's more infrastructure there. So that's why it's 9 out of 10 in Warsaw, and it's a brighter green than the rest of these. But these that had 0. Like, yeah, this has 0 out of 2, which means it'll have very little infrastructure. And this is 0 out of 4, so it has a higher potential. Like, if it has a 0 out of 0, it'd be like super dark green. It's not, because if I go to supply area, it'll tell me the max amount of supplies that can go to each area. So like Warsaw can provide 113, and if you're in this area you can draw 109 total from the supply of 113. If I go to here, it cuts it in half almost. So right now I'm drawing 9 out of 84. And this one down here, this army down here is drawing 8 and 3 out of 90 and 70. But the efficiency is caps me at a certain amount. Right now, average infrastructure of the state area is 5.5. This will increase how much supply can go through it. Total level of infrastructure in the area is 11. So yeah, it requires 12. It needs more. This requires 17. Or it's effectively 17. I'm not sure. Not quite sure. It'll all come back. Slowly. Oh, let's just go check on Spain. It's the main attraction of the day right now. January 1937. Who? We were talking about Hitler. That's 1939. December. No, July. I don't remember. July 1939, I believe. Maybe it was December. Yeah, 1939. But it is in 1939. That's when the German Blitzkrieg happens. Pause it. Immediately got a huge boost in political power. So let's go authoritarian, which requires internationalism, which requires Polish militarism and defensive focus. That requires one of the following. Okay. I like the defensive focus more. Land fort construction 20%, coastal fort construction 20%, anti-air construction 20%, military factory construction 20%. Let's do that. Another political advisor. I don't want any of those supports, so I guess I'll go with the Prince of Terror. There we go. Got a little extra manpower. And I can't really do anything else at the moment. Yeah, Prince of Terror. I like that. Could recruit some new units. What do I need to fill these up? I need 8 full units. I don't remember that. I don't remember most of this actually. Let's go ahead and leave time moving forward a little bit. Special Forces cap. Template contains 9 Special Forces battalions. You are currently fielding 18. So that's 2 entire units. And training 0 of our 24 allowed Special Forces battalions. Okay, well. What's motorized like? Let's give them an engineering company. So to modify these things costs army experience. In order to generate that, I've been training. But fuck. I'm gonna go light armor and motorized. Really not worth training anything right now. Until I can edit them. Shit, I can't do that. I don't have enough aluminum. Aluminum. Ba-ba-da-ba. Getting some decent fascism support. Now, who do I go with first? Material, industrial, or theorists? Land army experience gain daily. It's for land doctrine. You go with armor research time reduction. Don't need those. Don't need those yet. None of those, of course. Military high command. Don't need those. I guess I should go with one of these, probably tank design. Research time reduced by 10%. Reliability up by 5. Weapons and equipment research time, actually. Probably what I should go with. Electronics, industrial. And that's gain. Yeah, let's go with weapons and equipment research times. Reduction. That'll make these go faster. And this is over here, it looks like. Yeah, it does. Well, that's done. Now I can get internationalism. Mutually exclusive. Gains national spirit internationalism, which grants trade deal opinion factor plus 20%. But I think it ends in 1937. I could be wrong. The Hindenburg disaster. The German passenger airship Hindenburg was destroyed today while attempting to dock at the Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. For reasons not yet determined, the airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground, claiming 35 lives. Due to the scarcity and expense of helium and the U.S. ban on exporting it, the Hindenburg, like all German passenger airships, was ultimately engineered to use hydrogen, which provided greater lift, but is also flammable. With public faith shaken by this disaster and the rise of much faster passenger aircraft, this could spell the end of the era of airships. Oh, the humanity! Yeah. Oh, I think these are maxed out. Well, I'm still gaining army experience. I don't think I can get any higher than level 3 experience regulars until they actually fight in combat. And it's approaching summer. It was Logistic Company 1. And the 7 TP's done. So... that's 1938 stuff. could go back here and get maintenance company. And how am I on tanks? On time. Artillery. What's that? Anti-air? 40 mil. That's anti-air. Oh no, this is anti-air. Derp. Soft attack, soft attack. I don't have any of my Navy, but Navy's fucking useless with Poland. Pick up some aircraft. Reach search time reduction? Let's do that. Field hospitals are done. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known to many as the Queen of the Air, excuse me, has completed a flight around the world together with her navigator Fred Noonan. Noonan? No, Noonan. I can't remember how to say that. After a brief scare with the pair after a brief scare when the pair temporarily got lost while approaching Howland Island in the Pacific, the flight proceeded without incident, and this morning their Lockheed Electra touched down in Oakland, California. The ceremony is to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart can't talk, is to be personally congratulated for her feat by the president. Quite an achievement indeed. Construction's done. Oh shit, I shouldn't let the time keep going. Oh no. Yay. Alright, first off, national focus completed. Japan has declared war on Shanxi. Which will be here. I believe they're going to declare war. It's opposite. It didn't show up. They're declaring war on China now, I believe. But let's start with this. The leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Uncertainty has long reigned in the Soviet Union. While details are scarce, there has been a series of secret trials on the highest level, and both generals and ministers have disappeared from the public eye. The natural assumption is that some great conspiracy has been uncovered within the Communist Party, but no official statement has been made. In addition, the diplomatic reports we have access to indicate that evidence presented at these trials has been far from indisputable. Whatever has been happening, the structure of the Soviet High Command has changed irrevocably. Soviet command has suffered greatly. Or have they? Let's do the national focus. Authoritarianism, which grants daily democracy report minus -0.1. Acceptance of democratic diplomacy -100. Damn, doing it. We're going fascist. Fascist Poland. Getting really heavy too. Let's slow it down. Let these other things come in, because I'm pretty sure Japan's declaring war on China. Yeah. China! Japan! Oh shit! Shit's happening. Bam, bam. There we go. The Chinese United Front forms. Oh god, don't make me say these. I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of them. Chiang Kai-shek and Mao Zedong have issued a joint announcement declaring that they have set aside their differences in the face of Japanese attack. Both sides will observe a strict policy of non-aggression against each other for as long as the war against let's start again. Non-aggression against each other for as long as the war against Japan lasts, and have vowed to do everything in their powers to throw back the invader. A number of smaller warlords have also declared their support, putting their forces under the command of Chiang Kai-shek. Kai-shek, probably. Whether the long-time enemies of the Chinese Civil War will actually work together remains to be seen, and many experts believe that this will do little more than delay the inevitable defeat of China. An unstable alliance. Oh boy. Zabei Sanma joins the Chinese United Front. Earlier today, China's Zabei Sanma I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Issued a joint statement later that the latter has now been formally granted member status of the Chinese United Front. Whether this partnership will be used for offensive or defensive purposes remains to be seen, but undoubtedly, extensive joint military planning is already underway. The war escalates. Someone else, same thing. And someone else, same thing. That would be these Zabei Sanma and Sinking Ang. I believe Mongolia actually gets involved too. I'm an American butchering Chinese. It's like, that's the stereotype of Americans. If you're offended, then you need to consult your own sensibilities. Zhang click. Guang Zhang click. Oh, Guang is I click. Click geek. Click geek. Not sure. Oh, that's this one down here. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of Japanese aggression has been reached. Diplomats fear that the volatile situation could result in war at any time. Interesting times indeed. Polo. Polo. Oh, did I click on that? Oh, why is it like that then? Also, I believe Communist China and China have a civil war if you play as one of them. I can't remember. I tried playing as China one time. I remember being at war with Communist China or something. It's kind of a stalemate over here at the moment. Maybe they're working out some diplomatic solutions to their problems. Let's talk to Hitler. Let's improve relations with Hitler. Send him a birthday gift. Oh, I guess it's a little late. It's a late birthday gift. Who else should we do? Italy? Yeah, let's send Italy a birthday gift. How am I doing on political power? Oh, I don't have enough. Let's not do that. They like us though, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're okay, buddies. So let's see how this stuff goes down. Oh my god. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Japan. China. Oh, Japan did a naval invasion. And immediately getting pushed back. Authoritarianism is done. Boom. Gains national spirit, fascist influence, which grants daily fascism support, plus 0.1. Acceptance of fascism diplomacy, plus 85. Let's do it. Fully committed. They're holding that beachhead area. I should say it's city at this point. What's industrial? It's this, I believe. Or electronics. Which give me decryption and radar. Let's go industry. Actually, yeah, let's go industry. Ah, that's what's going on. Yeah. Oh. Zengai Mengoku is a puppet of Japan. Oh, shit. Yep. As you pointed out, what we were talking about earlier. Anyways, Ignacy Moskitsky would have you believe Poland stands safe and united. It is no surprise such lies have poisoned the minds of our people. When a snake is coiled up next door, look no further than across our border to see countrymen having turned on each other in the name of communism, declaring the end of nations. How long until they declare our nation dead as well? Will the BBWR protect us from this threat? The growth of the fascist movement in Poland has been bolstered by the proximity of the communist revolution. Many moderates who might normally dismiss fascism as another misguided ideological experiment find this to be a very real concern for them as well. Given the choice between the communism of our neighbors and a fascist regime, they would admittedly prefer the latter. They might even be willing to actively support it. We will be the vanguard against the red threat. Woo. Damn, I probably should have done this. Vocal political elements have begun to speak up in favor of fascist values. Finding support with the increasing number of the population, the nation's path to fascism lies open. merely awaiting the choice of peaceful or violent transition. We have no time to wait for the slow changes in the minds of the people. For their own sake, we must force the matter swiftly, even if some may lose their lives in the process. Unlike a peaceful referendum, a civil war can cause tremendous devastation to our armed forces and the country's industry and infrastructure. But it is also quicker and ensures we will be able to force our will through more forcefully afterwards. Oh yeah. Should probably save up and go for open political discourse first. I do have a little bit of time left. I don't know, is there an election coming up or something? No elections. But we are out there authoritarian. Very authoritarian. Oops. That joke is still good though. Looks like the Republicans are pushing back. Maybe Nationalist Spain does lose. I can't remember. Make all nations fascist. I've done it in a non-Iron Man playthrough. World tensions are starting to heat up too. It's 11%. Once it hits 100% for world tensions, anything goes basically. Babies can kill their mothers and war can be declared willy-nilly. Yeah, almost like that. Political and the martial have always been intertwined in fascism. In parallel with this growing political movement, fascist parties have begun to form paramilitary organizations to protect against both internal and external threats. The internal threats being their political opponents. Internal threats being their political opponents. Although many people have find this development worrying, the wave of... Jesus. Should I like wait while you like reload? That's a huge delay. Huge delay. Wow, that delay is so long. Holy fuck. Alright. There's a test message. Okay. That's about right. Cool. Wave of militaristic fervor has led to an increased amount of volunteers joining our armed forces. The political leaders of the movement have pointed out that their opponents have reason to be afraid, having the army permeated on several levels by so explicitly political elements. The enemies of Poland and the enemies of fascism are beginning to look very much alike. Only traitors to the country have anything to fear. Going fascist quick. And go right's almost done. They fucking hate us. Go right is done. That's it. Fascist support is absolutely insane right now. .06 change. Ooh, excuse me. So now, do we go with military youth? Or seek accommodation? Oh shit. Well, you said we're going Hitler. Gains seek accommodation with Germany. Opinion of German Reich plus 50. German Reich gains seek accommodation with Germany. Opinion of Poland plus 50. We're changing history. Oh, Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory, speaking to the Italian populations among the... Oh man, I don't remember how to say that. Dalmatian? Dalmatian coast? Sure. Okay. Benito Mussolini has announced that Italy fully considers Italian-speaking territory in Yugoslavia to be a rightful part of Italy. An official statement backed up the claims, making it clear that Italy is prepared to take the territory by force if need be. They are upsetting the already fragile balance in the region. I'm moving this a little bit fast. Maintenance company is done. Still only 1937. Could do some air, but I don't think it's gonna be really worth it. Maybe the fighter. Because they might not, I could be researching something else like these. They're not even up to 1937 yet. That would be more of a contribution to what I need. Like factory output. This would be good if I was going with a dockyard. I guess both of them would be. Production base. Oh shit. This increased production base as well. I'll go with dispersed. I have a feeling I'm going to be bombed a lot. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Well, Spain's making no difference. Near the end of 1937. I thought they were done at the end of 1937, but I could be wrong. Again, well, it's obvious I'm getting closer to being wrong, at least. Japan's not making much headway either. Amount of manpower's gone up though. Could go ahead. Let's see how we're doing on production. Met those requirements and almost meet these requirements. So I'm gonna go ahead and recruit some more infantry, I think. I have plenty of points. I should go ahead and edit this as well. Put a field hospital in. Jesus Christ. I don't really need an engineering company. A maintenance company would be nice. Where's my combat width? That'll work. So now I select the location for them to start spawning from. I'll go ahead and put them in Warsaw for now. Probably make a new army for them. And I want 5. Well, that's 5 at once, so let's go with 2 twice. Yeah. And now I need to produce motorized vehicles that use rubber, which I don't have. Fuck a duck. Let's see, who can I get rubber from? Can Germany give me some rubber? That'd be nice. Let's take 8. I need 11 convoys, so I need to also build convoys. Maybe I should not do that until I can get convoys built. Yeah, no. I'll just trash that. It's not even, I mean, normally you wouldn't do that because you can retain efficiency for production if you keep that up there. But I don't have enough. I don't have enough convoys to even start that, and I need more dockyards to make convoys. So, what we're going to do is go over here and at our only place, put 2 more dockyards down. So I need those more than I need anything else for the moment. As 1938 approaches. Let's see what happens. I spent all my army points on making that new elite motorized division. I'm not even be able to make them because I have no rubber. My country probably has no rubber, literally. Resource map. Yeah. My country has no rubber. Germany has rubber. Why can't I trade with them? Oh, they're probably no exports. Probably. I am working on that. Okay. How much longer do I have on that? 60 days? You're right. You're so right. I just gotta wait for those for that research to get done with my synthetic oil experiments. Or synthetic materials experiments. Are these guys still training? Oh yeah, I was trying to generate more points. Just stop training, you're just wasting my shit. I can get computing machines now. So I guess I'll go. Let's go with the light fighter, light attack. Or light interceptor, I guess, is really what it is. Yeah, tanks on the border. After a Sir coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heidenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Auschwitz of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of Germany, German people shall be, from this point on, the newest battalion of the German Reich. If that is what they wish. See combination with Germany. And I can still do military youth, which gives me more recruitable population. That lowers division training time. Now that that's done, I'm going to go back over here and get my other research slot. Need it. Needs. Oh yeah, should I prepare for civil war or open up discourse? Try discourse first, so it doesn't destroy my infrastructure and force me to have to repair everything before war starts, which is soon. The Auschwitz of Hungary has already been done. I can't push this yet, so I have to wait. I have to wait until my stability hits around 60 before I can even try to expand civil support, because of that weekly instability drop of minus 3%. %. The German Reich has increased it by 13%. Might as well speed it up some more while I wait. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Winter for Poland and France. That's gonna take a while. Wasn't that also it was a musical on the producers? This shit was funny as fuck. Great movie. Pointing out our current government's many flaws, we can make people think about the ideological cause of these failures. Base stability is less. Change of popularity of non-aligned, minus 10%. That would soften it, keeping civil war from happening, probably. But I think the national referendum would be the best one to go with. If I can make it there before shit goes haywire. I just need 20 more points. Which means 20 days. Which I should be able to do easily. Do I actually have airplanes in employment? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Holy fuck. I have airplanes standing by. 108 fighters. PZL-11s. Oh, the interwar fighter. Could just dismiss them. And they're pretty much, they are absolutely useless. I know I have planes in reserve. Not worried about it. They're in reserve. I had a Navy too, didn't I? Let me go down here. Yeah, I got some destroyers and some submarines. No Navy commanders. Let's get these Navy guys out here doing stuff. Now, what's the... Ah, here it is. Convoy escort. Shit. There we go. Do convoy escort. Not that I really need it, but it gives them something to do. Oh. 2 more points. I'll do the referendum. Brexit, or Polix. Polsix? Man, hold national referendum. Rapidly growing Polish fascist movement has never claimed that they need majority support before they seize power, counting on uniting the nation under their leadership once their rule is established. However, it seems their public support has grown rapidly. Many fascists are now calling Ignacy Moskiewicz a hypocrite, claiming to represent the wishes of the people while turning a deaf ear to the masses who want to set Poland on the path to greatness. The call for a referendum has been dismissed as typical attempts to disrupt the system by BBWR members so far, but at least it's a political measure. If we do not act now, the fascists may choose to the violent struggle as a better path to power. If the people want it, we'll hold a referendum. Bam. You You know, the only thing that's missing from this portrait is if he had like bright red glowing irises. Invite the faction. We did it. Woo! May 9th of May 1938 is when that expires. German Reich wants us to join their faction. Axis. If any volunteers have been sent or received between the faction members, they will be sent back. Stage coups between the German Reich and us will automatically cancel. This will change world tension by nothing, because it doesn't mean much. Poland means nothing in the war right now. Phalangist Poland. Phalangist? That's probably said different because it's Polish, I assume. Well, you asked and I delivered. We are fascist Poland, part of the Axis. Axis? Can you get open borders now? Or is it automatically open borders? I think it's automatically open borders. Just let that play out a little bit longer. In that case, there's no real reason to go into Moscow, except to kill the communists, obviously. Oh, I can see their plans, which means I should adjust mine. And let's clear all orders. And clear all orders here. We're going to put a front line on this. And a front line on... I assume we're going to be hitting Romania too, but just in case, I'll put a front line up here actually. Who's that? Lithuania? Delete that. And draw the front line. Like so. Oh, well, I picked the wrong armies, but that's okay. They're just completely split. Central region strategy is done. Bonus for industry. Let's add some factories. Expansion of new towns. We'll do an offensive line. Starting from here, pushing around the back. And for, was this Yugoslavia? Or is Czech? Czech, of course it is. Offensive line from here to the back of the... Oh, I fucked up, didn't I? Look at that stupid shit. Cancel that. I want to do a front line from here to there. And do the offensive line from here. There, that's more like it. To there. They're about to go all the way around Czechoslovakia. And no, German Reich has that side covered. We'll just go this way. Romania doesn't really care. How do these guys feel? Yeah. I think Budapest is part of that. Yeah. And these guys. Yep. All these people are bad people. They're not fascists like us. Excuse me. Alright, improved machine tools is done. Tools. And I can get advanced machine tools, which is 1939 for 118 days. Could. Probably won't. Could also do construction 3. And oil processing, which I might go for oil processing. That's 45 days. But I kind of want to go for radio. I kind of need it. It's reinforcement rate, extra 5%, which is not insignificant. How are we on convoys? We have 10. I need one more. I can start importing rubber. And construction? I guess I can just cancel these for now. And build synthetic refineries, which is what I need. That should give me 4 rubber and 4 oil. Should go switch to that right now, actually. And I need 2 more civilian factories, at least. There we go. There it is. Nationalist Spain is winning it. So it's in 1938 it happens. When Nationalist Spain finally gets the all the Great War tech captured. Well, if I needed the extra fascism support and I had the extra censorship, I probably still wouldn't do that. But there is no democratic support anymore. There's no socialist support. It's just the fucking non-aligned bastards with increasingly minor popularity. And there it is. There's your new Spain. Fascist Spain. It's all over. Well, it took 2 years. Oh, it's thundering outside. How lovely. Gibraltar. Little old Gibraltar. I think I played as Switzerland one time, and that was pretty fun because they're badass as fuck. I mean, you try to stay neutral. I believe you can poke at Germany and they'll come after you, but you can fight in these hills for like years. Just don't expect to gain territory, because you won't. Alright, that's done. So, we need both of those, right? Yeah, so it doesn't really matter which one to go with first. The military factory. And alright, I have 16. I can go ahead and import some alright, yeah. Let's go ahead and put that to 1. Start building these. I have a lot of excess weapons. I need 2 oil as well, so I can actually stop this. Oh, I can actually do that right now. 1 a day. So we can recruit and deploy our elite motor division. Uses 11,000 manpower, so 60,000 of our populace. We'll go with 50,000. We don't have a whole lot to recruit from. And that'll slowly start training up. They need 480 vehicles. Sweet. I think that also means we can. Does this increase? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Now we've increased it to 3 per factory. So actually, only need 1 of these factories for now. It'll take 400 days to get this first army out. Fuck me. So I will need to go ahead and start importing some shit. So if I want 5, I want 3 a day. Oh, pause. If I want 3 a day, I need to drop this by 1 to go for 3 a day. I need 3 oil. Oil. United States has oil. Mexico, Kingdom, Romania, Venezuela, Argentina. Sure, let's go with Argentina. I need. Oh, it's. Boom. There's a trade route. But I don't think anybody's going to plunder it because I'm not at war with anybody yet. Oh, we got research slots we haven't been using here. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Still 1938. Oh, I can do these now. Fuck. Did not even realize. Are they starting their attack already? Well, I guess they're not even worried about that up there. Maybe that only happens if you go against Germany. Could replace this field marshal with someone who can actually handle if this guy doesn't need to be up there, then I should reassign him to down here. Not that. Fight our way through the back country. Get there fast, boys. I guess they're waiting on the war declaration. Oh, my fucking ill-trained troops. Oh? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Oh, did I have it selected? Oh, herp. Fourth International. A number of communist delegates from around the world met in Paris today for a founding conference, laying the groundwork for what has been known as the Fourth International. Calls for its formation have existed for years, with supporters of Trotsky's theories taking the lead. Stalin has responded to the growing support for Trotskyism abroad by ordering additional assassinations and increasing propaganda against his old rival. With the past purges of suspected Trotskyists and the high ranks of the Soviet military and leadership in recent memory, this is unlikely to be met with any resistance. Nope. No! Damn it. Munich Agreement, German demands. Fuck, man. I already fucked it up. Oh well. No war this year then. Military factory done. No, railways. Just fill the support equipment. Oh, we're drawing some battle lines here, huh? Where are you going? How's that recruitment going? Almost done. I really don't want more outdated rifle pretty soon. I do have plenty of it right now. So where are we going? Got all the borders. Do all the things. Still waiting for you to draw battle plans. I'm into battle plans against Italy, but Italy's fascist. As fuck. Spanish Civil War still teetering along. Not for much longer though. Capital of Republic of China, Nanjing has been occupied by the forces of the Empire of Japan. Despite fierce resistances from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops managed to capture Zhangzong Gate and fought their way into the city. Sporadic gunfire can still be heard, and several fires are raging in different parts of the city. But most surviving Chinese forces have either withdrawn or been captured, along with the capture of Shanghai. This is a significant victory for Japan in their war against China. It is a significant development indeed. Who's fucking... Who's this shit? Delete that order too. Well, since you're not invading me, where are you invading first then? You dick. Fuck me, excuse me. Jesus. Let's go and upgrade main infantry weapons. There it is, Treaty of Barcelona. Can't exactly snag up the medium tank just yet, but I can do logistics too, which would be nice. And I got one unit done. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't even bother trying to promote someone. I don't understand why this trait not active when commanding an army. Does it have to be smaller than a smaller amount of units? I'm not sure. He's one of my best general. Oh no, he's not. Who is this? Oh, 2, 3, 2. That's planning speed, right? And supply consumption -7%. I want to promote someone else to. Oh shit. Do we need to do that? Let's put him back on there. And promote this guy. Where'd he go? Oh. I thought promotes gave them more units they could use. Fuck me. Really? Why can't I use him? That just seems like a bad idea. So I gotta wait 15 days after the promotion anyways. Yep, that's true, it's over. No, fine, I'll just give this general that. 15 days en route. And Shanghai joined Chinese United Front. Xingzi. Japan is now fucking up China. And I guess I'll just stick these guys on a new command with Rome Nabram and have them garrison Warsaw and just have them training so you get past trained. Should still be able to fill the orders that I need for the recruiting. Yeah. It's almost 1939. Where is Germany attacking first this time? I wish you'd draw some fucking battle plans. Probably won't see or know them until the last minute. Five infantry, 1 medium tank. 10 infantry. Are you going into France first? 2 and 1. 12, 1 and 3. 4, 5. 3 and 10. So it looks like either France or Czech. I just don't know. What? What just happened? Why? There it is. Looks like he's moving more units. Where are you going? And I guess I'll just join him on this one. Still shit not assigned? Oh, these. Delete all orders and delete this order there. I don't want to get attacked. Fuck. I have to keep a line here. In case he decides to fucking... Come on. I selected the wrong border. There. Look, I've joined you on France's border. It seems like the only one you might be attacking. Now I'm causing attrition by having extra units, and well, maybe he's doing that actually. Hard to tell. Expanded Central Industrial Region. Now I can go to cyclometer. And all the way down to the last research slot. And then I can go for product construction. German forces on their border, poised to attack. Lithuania has given in to a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It's passed Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but now has been reintegrated into the region of Ostprussian. Yeah, I think I said that right. Maybe not. Probably not. Have we yet reached the extent of German territory ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. They are right to bow to the superiors. So Lithuania is done. Well, Latvia. Oh, the borders are changing now. Okay, so how close am I to infantry weapons too? And I can modify government again. Should I go with attack probably? Oh, I should also go change my war economy. I didn't even think about that. Boom. War economy it is. And change. Where are you at? Already over here? Battle lines are drawn. I'm gonna help push France. Oop, there we go. Shit. Forgot I gotta delete previous orders. That's got an army on it. This has an army on it. So damn. Let's go and draw some orders. If he's gonna push so much there, I'll just help push this border with my little army. And come around. That's kind of the opposite effect of what I wanted to happen, but okay. That's fine. I was going to use my other army to do that. Sure. And what happens if I do this? Okay.
Jasność! Uwaga! Uwaga!
Almost level 3. Yeah. Well, maybe you're just there to hold the border for now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're under equipped, outgunned, out teched. I mean, just in every way.
Uwaga!
No, you can stop training now. German right declared war on the Netherlands. German pressure towards the Benelux. Followed the breakout of the war in France. German, it should be Germany. Germany has applied stronger diplomatic pressure than ever on the countries of the Benelux. With French and is it Benelux? 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 Not sure. With the French and British backing, however, they are refusing to give in to the pressures. There is a reason to believe that if the German right is unable to get what they want by diplomacy, they will take it by force. That would be an aggressive strike indeed, sir. Oh shit, it's 4 o'clock. I bet Matt's asleep. So they are fighting up there.
Zedegu, zbiórka! Zedegu, zbiórka!
We are at war against the Netherlands, Dutch East Indies, Luxembourg, and a lot of other people. We have a tiny army. Every little helps, I guess. Insufficient resources. Rubber? Why? What happened to all my rubber? Probably get some from Belgium. Not enough manpower to train? I don't understand. Needs 11,800 manpower. I have 221,000. Oh fuck. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. It's late, and things are just now starting to kick off. But maybe I'll pick it up again later. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm tired. But I'm gonna head to bed. It's always a pleasure. I hope everyone out there has a good night, good morning, wherever you're at. Take care.